man who lost a mother and a brother to evil 20 years ago. The son of the legendary Dark Knight Sparta, Mr. Dante.
Hello everybody, it's noon, at least it's noon if you're living here in a Pacific time zone, and I am Bob Mackey here for 1UP's Retronauts lunch break. Today we're playing Devil May Cry, and for all of you wondering, yes, this game is old, officially.
Hey, Bob's not playing alone.
No.
Hey, what's up? It's Jose. How you doing?
You're never alone when you're with Retronauts lunch break.
And devils never cry.
For some reason my controller is synced up to number 2. How do I change that to make it number 1?
Ooh, you gotta hold, actually?
I think that infernal Batman controller's number 1. Hold on folks, technical difficulties,
yeah,
but yes.
Something small.
We're going to be playing Devil May Cry, the game that does not let... oh, I see. Controller settings. Very cool. We just taught you something, hopefully.
No, you got a bunch of people smacking their heads.
Taught me
like,
something.
What the hell? How does Bob Mackey not know that?
Hey.
Yeah, it's okay.
I play alone.
So if you're joining us, hello, welcome. We're playing Devil May Cry, and you can participate in the conversation. How, Bob?
Yes, please tweet into us at Retronauts on Twitter, Retronauts, and also let us know how we're doing. Give us some tips, give us some trivia, ask some questions, let us know if you can hear us. I noticed I was a little low on the last one, and I wish I could have fixed that during the stream, but yeah.
I think I'm a little low. I don't know.
Might be a little low.
I'm swallowing this mic, which is weird.
That's how it should be. So yeah, Devil May Cry.
Okay.
Background information, 2001.
Yep,
I think this was the game that sort of proved what the PlayStation 2 could do. It was about a year after its launch, and that was a pretty rough year. But I think this was the first game that was like, oh, this is next gen. And it came during a fall season where a lot of huge games hit, like Final Fantasy X, Metal Gear Solid 2, Silent Hill 2, Ico.
Yep.
Is it Ico or Ico? I have to stop and think about
I
it.
always say it wrong. People correct me.
You know what? No one says it in the game, so we can say however the hell we want.
Exactly.
It's Project
They don't say
ICO.
Yarda either. They say Yarda. I don't know.
There's some saucy nudity in this game, I just noticed.
You never noticed that before?
No.
It took high-resolution graphics for you to notice that she had
Finally.
starfish covering her boobs.
And I also noticed that Trish there, she has a kind of broken heart motif on her tube top.
Yeah.
Kind of classy.
No, but you are right in that this was one of the games that helped rescue the PS2 because the launch offerings were definitely not enough to tide people over, and 2001 was kind of the year where a lot of games started showing up that were really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also, I don't know if you'll agree with me on this, but I feel like Devil May Cry really rescued third-person action games.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
It feels like the first... Oh, God, I don't know how extreme this statement is, but it feels like the first third-person action game to get it mostly right. I think people really... No.
It was not at all.
Developers really struggled with this. I mean, 3D platforming was shaping up to be pretty cool, especially with the N64, but 3D action games... people didn't quite know what to do, and Devil May Cry is a result of a lot of learning processes.
Yeah, you can also tell it's kind of interesting to look at how much of the framework of this game, the game that we're talking about, or claiming rescued kind of action games, borrowed a lot of Resident Evil's framework.
I'm having some strange controller issues.
What happened now?
I don't know, it keeps pausing. We'll see what happens. We can always change our controllers.
Yeah.
I think that Batman controller is interfering, by the way.
Oh, is it here?
No, it's far away,
Fling
but
that thing.
it wants to take control
It might
again.
come back. Yeah. Okay.
So yeah.
No, but anyway, yeah. As I was saying earlier, it's kind of interesting to me that this game, which very much is an excellent action game, is kind of still within this very Resident Evil style presentation and framework for the most part.
And I think. Jesus Christ, it's gonna happen again. I think this. Yeah. Can we switch out control? I think there's something wrong with this controller,
Okay,
or maybe. Hold on. We'll see.
Tap that button again.
Yeah, we'll see. Sorry about this, guys. We tried to be a little more prepared, but what are you gonna do? Things happen.
And we've got an hour.
Yes, we do.
We've got an
We'll
hour
sort
of
this
your
out.
time.
Yeah, when this game came out, I was like, they don't need to make a 3D Castlevania because this is it. It felt like a 3D Castlevania.
At the time, for sure, yeah.
And I think this is the only Devil May Cry game that really tries to be spooky in its own way.
Well, and just to take a step back really quick before we start taking Twitter questions and inquiries, it also helps to remember that this, it was pretty public knowledge that this was potentially a Resident Evil game.
Yeah, I believe someone on Twitter called it Resident Evil 4. I don't know if that was the official working title, but...
Yeah, it was... I don't know. It's never really been cleared up if it was or wasn't. People do know that Kamiya was working on a Resident Evil game,
which is a
potentially Resident Evil 4.
Hideki Kamiya of Clover and Platinum fame.
Yes, that's
made
correct.
this, made Bayonetta,
Beautiful Joe.
Yeah.
A lot of the action games that actually Bob and I like to talk about.
Yeah, this is the third of his games we've done on lunch break so far. I think it's funny,
yeah,
but
we're huge fans.
They're fun to show off. There's lots of cool things to do, and yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, this started out as a Resident Evil idea that did not pan out, and it's kind of interesting because, if anything, this is the complete opposite of Resident Evil.
Yeah.
At least how it ended up, in that the enemies should be more afraid of you than you will ever be of them.
Exactly. You were so overpowered, and I also like how it has a sort of foyer, however you say that area, like Resident Evil's mansion.
Yep. That's
Sort of
right.
brings me back to that.
Mm-hmm.
Also, the whole door opening animations really are Resident Evil-ish.
Yeah. Also as well.
Okay.
Yeah. A lot of the presentation. It happened again.
Yeah, it keeps happening.
Oh God. Okay. So I think Marty's desk has an extra PS3 controller. So why don't you song and dance, and I will.
That's cool.
Go
Yeah, Jose's gonna go grab another
Yeah,
controller. I will
will
keep this up.
Telling you awesome context, and hey, tweet at us. We're gonna start reading tweets in a minute when I get back.
Yes, please tweet at us
At Retronauts.
at Retronauts on Twitter. And as you can see, there's a strange. Yeah, that door smacked me. That's one of the annoying things about this game is sometimes when you're reading messages, enemies can hit you and stuff like that. Sorry about the pause error. This you're basically tasked with finding red orbs to unlock that door, so we'll do that now. And yeah, it keeps happening. We will fix that soon, people. Hang in there. And I wrote about this game. I didn't review the HD re-release, but we're playing the HD re-release right now, and it's excellent. I think it's one of the best HD re-releases out there. There are a few issues that really are out of the people who ported it. It's really out of their hands. Like they really don't have access to the same assets Capcom had. So a lot of the videos are pretty hideous because they are totally compressed for a DVD format. Okay.
So you're gonna have to unplug that. You're gonna have to hold that button down.
Yep.
The controller switcheroo. Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, please pardon technical.
Yeah, sorry about this,
difficulties.
folks. We are use this time to go bite into a sandwich or get yourself some coffee, and then we will.
It'll be fairly quick.
Yeah.
So yeah, so you were talking about the this being the HD collection, or I'm sorry, what did I miss?
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. I'm just mentioning how this is a pretty good HD collection, and we didn't review it, but I think I wrote a blog about it when it came up.
Yeah, for sure.
Oops, sorry about that.
I actually liked that blog because you pointed out that a lot of this game felt like an apology for survival horror, because by the time this game came out, Resident Evil had kind of, I don't want to say it over. I'm a huge fan, so I wouldn't say it overstayed its welcome, but it was definitely starting to dry out.
Yeah. It felt like I don't know. Players finally had a chance to break free. Can you help me out with this? I never do this. Sorry about this, folks.
So what are you trying to do?
I'm trying to turn that controller off, and or at least switch it to number 2, maybe.
No, yeah. Now that one's 1.
Yeah.
Fine.
I'm good.
Restart. Yeah. Go ahead.
No, I'm not.
This is the wrong wire. Use the
Oh.
one. Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
We're off to an awesome
Yeah.
start. Okay. Just give it a second. We probably turned on Marty's PS3 at his desk, which is.
Okay, we're good.
Someone tell him
Hooray!
to turn his PS3 off.
Thanks for putting up with that, folks. We're rolling right now.
Yeah. So anyway, yeah, I like that you pointed out in that blog post that this was kind of an apology, or it felt like an apology for survival horror, or at least the state that it was in.
Or it's like we could do horror games, but actually your guy can jump 2 stories in the air from the very beginning,
Yeah.
and he
it's
can just
interesting
tear
because-
things apart with his sword.
Yeah, because the enemies are more afraid of you, and then this concept, Kamiya, technically, on a lot of levels, the spiritual successor to this game is Bayonetta. where
Oh, yeah,
instead of
definitely.
monsters being afraid of you, it's kind of like women are scary, right?
That's his angle, anyways.
Yeah. Okay, so let's read some tweets.
Yes, please tweet into us at Retronauts on Twitter. Let us know how we're doing. Let us know if you can hear us, and let us know any tips, hints, comments. But please don't criticize how we're playing.
Yeah.
That's my one ground rule.
The game's doing that enough.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm being graded actively by this game.
Yeah, so RSS Schuster asked if this was originally a Resident Evil game. Yes, that's kind of the story, but very, very few details have really gone into. No, there hasn't been huge detail around it. I know Kami has tweeted a bunch of times, or tweeted at people who've asked him questions about it. He tends to respond to these things, but again, not in the way of specifics, just in that he did work on a Resident Evil at some point before he worked on this game.
I think what made Capcom great in the past was the fact that they were willing to scrap projects or rethink them completely.
Yep.
And that they have a history of that. Yeah.
With RE4, yeah, that's right.
And this, I think, came from the result of them banging their heads against the concept and trying to figure out how to make it work. I'm not sure if they still do that. I mean, a lot of former employees really criticize them, and they've gone through quite a bit of brain drain since this game came out.
Mm-hmm.
But that's what made them so great during the PS2 generation. And,
So
Hopefully they can
Jeremy
return.
Lamont still has the 5th anniversary collection unopened. I think that anniversary collection had 1, 2, and 3 packaged.
That makes sense.
And I guess I should get the HD one now and DMC4.
Uh-oh.
I say stop there, Holmes. Devil May Cry 4, and you know, you can tweet at me or tweet at Retronauts if you disagree, but Devil May Cry 4 just was not, I don't know, that game does not really hold up in my opinion.
Would you say that was
back to it when this game was coming out? What were you gonna ask?
Would you say that was an example of like Japanese developers trying to figure out HD systems, or is that something else?
I think it was partly that. I mean, they did introduce some cool new mechanics to the game. Like I like that the protagonist of that game can pull enemies into him, and they were constantly trying to find ways to keep combos going. But once you reach a certain point in the game, and then you have to retread through the entire thing, like it is the most blatant use of recycling. Like
Yeah, I know they reuse a lot of bosses. That's what I heard. I didn't play it, but I just heard bad
Final
things about it.
Yeah, it had a lot of turnoffs. For next to some pretty forward-thinking ideas, but it was also really big on melodrama, more so even than Devil May Cry 3, which was very like cutscene crazy kind of stuff. So since you're not watching, or since you can't see what I'm seeing, like you also have to get into the state of mind and remember that this is the original Devil May Cry, where you have to tap the button for every bullet Dante fires.
Oh yeah, it hurts. It really hurts.
So you're mashing your finger into a hamburger, essentially.
Yeah, it is a test of endurance on the player's part. There's no auto fire. I mean, no, Devil May Cry 2 has auto fire. It's not as fast as jamming on the button yourself, but they at least give you that option. These camera angles kind of suck. Yep. There we go.
Oh, I don't know. Should I read this?
Uh-oh, what's it say?
I can't.
Learn to play.
No, I can't read his. I can't pronounce his Twitter handle, but it looks like Nick's Ice says that despite its next generation demonstration power, Dennis Dyack laughed when IGN showed him DMC. He promised GameCube was light years beyond.
Oh Jesus.
I hope that's not true, and if it is, I'm sorry. Do you have anything to say?
I'm gonna say Dennis Dyack has been digging his own grave for the past decade.
Yeah.
And I think he's finally finished it. I think he's ready to jump in.
Well, let us remember the quote that Two Human will define Silicon Knights.
Yep.
It will be the game that defines Silicon Knights. That will be what is left behind as a result. So anyway,
I don't like to beat up on people, but
I don't either.
He puts his foot in his mouth.
Especially, I have a lot of respect for Dennis for the most part, because I feel like he really does. He really cares about his work, and he really cares about what he does. But sometimes he says stuff that's Okay. So
that was graceful.
Let's see. Does the new Devil May Cry design still have the disdain from the community that it had on its announcement? This comes from Pizza Unofficial. Oh wow, you're followed by Pizza Unofficial? That's awesome. Yeah. Bob
I tried to get
pizza. I don't know if people know
Oh,
that.
I'm a big pizza fan. I come from Pizza Town.
Yeah, Bob was a big Ninja Turtles fan. Loved pizza.
They kind of were the gateway drug to pizza.
They were. I don't think the community has as much disdain for the Devil May Cry, the new DMC reboot Devil May Cry. I know I was pretty worried myself about it until I actually played it.
Right.
And I have to say, it's in a much better state than people think it is. And I think that that Ninja Theory is actually doing some pretty cool stuff. I mean, it's stuff that I've seen in some of their other games where there are easy toggle states between heavy attacks and light attacks for a character, and it's very fluid. But it's also really cool for the most part, and it holds up. My only problem so far, the thing I complained about from E3 was the very immature use of the F-bomb.
Oh.
There's literally a face-off with a boss that it's like, fuck you, no fuck you, no fuck. And it's like, yeah, how old are we? But that was my only thing. So
Dante
no,
is the king of terrible, uncreative one-liners.
Yeah. Even in this one.
He is. It's just like they're all really, really bad in a sort of Mr. Freeze, Batman and Robin way, but not even that creative. Oh, this is always
early
fun.
Screenshots of this game and how his trench coat was actually a short jacket that he wore. The red trench coat that he's wearing over the top of everything right there. All right, so let's see more stuff from Twitter. C. Pervin asks, is Devil May Cry an awesome name or a terrible name?
I love it.
Yeah, he votes awesome. I love it too.
You and that Devil May Cry attitude of yours.
Yeah, it's wacky, but you know, I mean, the one at the end of the game is a little obnoxious. The Devil Never Cry.
Oh yeah, that's pretty stupid.
That was like.
That shows that they went through an arc.
Yeah, basically.
That's why I play Devil May Cry.
That's probably my
character
only
development
against Devil May Cry, at least the original. And I kind of like too, like I'm not sure if I was playing many action games at this point where you were upgrading characters through buying moves.
Oh yeah.
You have to collect orbs actively in this game and do well, because doing well got you more orbs, and more orbs meant more moves, and not having to grind through and play the game again to unlock stuff.
Yeah, I mean, just that idea was carried through all the way to Bayonetta 10 years later.
Yeah, and there's plenty of other competitors that picked that up as well and kind of ran with it too. But I'm really hard pressed to remember a game before Devil May Cry that I liked doing.
I'm sure they didn't invent the idea, but they did a really good job with it, because, like, what did we say about Kamiya? He kind of rewards you for doing cool things, or he rewards you for looking cool, and looking cool is all about damaging your thumbs in this game, pretty much. But yeah, I don't have any cool moves to show off yet. I'm gonna buy them as soon as I'm done with this mission.
Yeah,
but
usually air hike's kind of the cool thing to have, the ability to double jump and get away.
Oh
from
yeah.
people. But it's, on an interesting note to connect, you know, DMC does, the current game, the reboot, does have moves that are similar to ones from this game. That's something, I don't know, you have to kind of play around to find, but when you do, it's like, oh yeah, that's cool. The one move I don't like doing in Devil May Cry, though, is anything requiring like a charge time. I suck at those. I don't know if you're any good.
Oh, I was terrible. Also, I got a stylish combo. No one can complain now, and I'm not playing well. The end.
Yeah, take that.
Yeah, there's some.
Complaining about it so far,
no.
Yeah.
Isn't there more? There's more than one form you could take, demon form in this game. I only use the one.
Yeah, there's Alistair.
An Ifrit, right?
Yeah, is it Ifrit or Ifrit?
I don't know.
Said that name right either.
Whatever they did with it, they use the same kind of Final Fantasy interpretation.
Yeah.
Also, foreshadowing, you use this plane to escape at the end of the game in a kind of terrible sequence, but I'm not going to make it that far.
Dude, they're swimming in this game. First person.
Oh,
swimming.
yeah.
We talked about this one day. Well, just you and me, I mean.
Yeah.
Not everyone.
I want to ask people on Twitter at Retronauts, please tweet into us. What did you think about this game's first-person underwater swimming sequences when you first encountered them? They are really weird. They don't stick around that long. They're really easy, but I was just like, what a weird idea. As soon as you jump in the water, they drop you into a first-person perspective, and yeah.
Okay,
it's
so
strange.
Peter Knock asks, at Retronauts, name one game that is better than the original Devil May Cry, but is similar in gameplay, and one that is worse.
I'm going to say Bayonetta is better. Dante's Inferno is worse, right? Can we say that?
I didn't play Dante's Inferno, did you?
I only played a demo, but it was just like half-baked Devil May Cry, which is still okay, but I mean, why would you really care if you could just play Devil May Cry or Bayonetta or whatever? Let's power up.
Okay, I like those choices.
Well, what do you say, Jose?
I don't know. You stole Bayonetta, you bastard. Sorry, I don't know. I don't know what I'd say. I'm still thinking about that. I mean, Bayonetta definitely, gameplay-wise, that's a third-person action game. That's intense like this thing. I'd need more time. I'd have to think about it. Yeah. I have to think about it a little more. I'm also having a slow morning.
How about Dead or Alive, Death by Degrees? No.
No, and that wasn't Dead or Alive.
Was it?
Death by Degrees starring Nina from Tekken.
Oh, Tekken, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Man.
Well, I mean, it's not the title, but yeah, it was just Death by Degrees. But no, absolutely
Tekken presents. There's all kinds of weird... Oh, there we go. Do anything coming in on Twitter?
Yeah, there's plenty of stuff.
Cool.
I'm just trying to find good questions. Which Devil May Cry is your favorite? From RSS Schuster.
Ooh, I like, I don't know, I like the original a lot.
Yeah.
I like, they eventually got a little too tough for me, a little too focused.
What are you
yeah.
talking about? Which
Devil
one?
May Cry 3 is a little tough for me.
Well, the original run of Devil May Cry 3 is a little too rough.
Yeah.
Special edition, they kind of toned it down. They dialed it back.
I don't know, that first boss in Devil May Cry 3 had me stumped for a while.
Oh, the witch boss?
The Cerberus?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you're talking about when you get the nunchucks, the Cerberus. Okay.
Yeah.
Because then I guess the other boss I'm thinking of, the one that looks like a Grim Reaper with the big scythe.
Oh yeah, that guy's pretty tough.
I don't know. Yeah, that game was the first time I felt like you had. Actually, all Devil May Cry you have to grind through, except 2.
Should we talk about 2?
We will eventually, and if you want us to talk about 2, please tweet in at Retronauts.
Yeah.
Let us know what you want to hear. Or actually, we could tell you plenty about 2.
Yeah, I mean, I just tried to play it.
I did too, actually.
And I was like, how bad could it be? It's still Devil May Cry. I just played through the first one. I enjoyed it. I was like, wow, this game is empty. It's soulless. The fighting feels just strange and like you can't really feel the hits like you can in this game. That's why I like this game.
Yeah, I'm waiting for someone to tweet in before I share my Devil May Cry 2 story.
Do we have any other tweets?
Yeah, we have a lot more. We have a lot more here. Just real quick. So my favorite is also 1. I feel like they've been trying really hard to get the magic back from 1, and 3 came awfully close. But I don't know, 3 just didn't hold my interest as much, and I thought it did. but when you go back to 1, it's really awesome.
Yeah, I also
really
like the fact that it's in one location for the most part, this game. And I sort of, I mean, it doesn't make sense at all, this location, but
yeah.
I like games that take place in like one area rather than...
Yeah, 3 went balls out crazy, dude. Like, he's like running down the side of a place that looks like the Coliseum and like jumping off of birds and shooting things. And it's not that I had anything against that. Yeah, remember, juggle people.
Yeah, I don't have my cool moves that I depend on.
Yeah, you can do that too.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm being
It's
that
okay.
guy. Yeah.
Oh, Bob, I can't believe you didn't combo.
I did not say that. Oh, funny thing too, I thought I remember reading somewhere that the whole juggling aspect of this game actually was a bug from
Yeah, that's what I heard too.
Yeah.
I think it's been confirmed in interviews and such
yeah.
that that's true.
It was just like some kind of issue where something would stay in the air long enough and you could just keep hitting it.
Never throw anything away, people, right?
Oh, yeah, just put it away and figure it out later.
Put it in your pocket. What are the tweets like?
All right, yeah, let's
Tweet
see.
storm.
C. Pervin asked, would it read better as Devil Might Cry? No. Next
Devil
question.
could cry.
Devil would cry.
Nice.
How much do you think Bionic Commando influenced this game? That comes from Fart Sandwich.
Oh.
Is Fart Sandwich the one that always asks about
He is obsessed with Bionic Commando. I don't think he'll be happy until we play that live on the air.
Which version of Bionic Commando?
I think he means the original, but
the remake. The remake's awesome.
I told him today that this is made by the same people who made Bionic Commando, so
that wasn't enough.
We're halfway there. Oh, awesome cutscene coming up. I'll leave this one to play, just so ridiculous.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, he gets impaled once every game.
And you can actually see a flaw in the model that wasn't meant to be shown at 16:9. I think maybe I missed it. See, his arm is just like floating there.
Oh yeah.
Because it's not actually.
It wouldn't have rendered in a 4x3 plane. Yeah, I just saw that with I was looking at HD footage of Shenmue this morning, and if you run that game in widescreen without the black bars, there's plenty of stuff on the edges that are not loading.
Oh, that's weird.
Not loaded yet. But yeah,
just a bunch of stray cats hanging out.
No, just like things, but elements are missing from them, like visual textures missing, things like that.
Right.
So this kind of ties into your point about how aware Dante is of the camera, because after he grabs the sword, although this is super dramatic.
Oh yeah, I'll leave this one play because it's just so ridiculous, and I love it so much, just because
his Britney Spears moment or something.
It's like, you're Dante, you're alone. Why are you doing this? I don't understand.
They're watching me.
It's like, I gotta do something cool.
The castle is watching me.
By the way, this game would not exist without the Matrix, and I think you're gonna see why. The Matrix did a lot for the world. Mostly, people stole from it relentlessly. But at one point, the Matrix was not a joke. People thought it was cool. Now it's, I don't know. What's the perception of the Matrix, Jose? Maybe our friends on Twitter could tell us. I think it's kind of like, oh, the Matrix, haha.
First movie good, rest,
Did not need to happen.
Yeah, at all. Zero the Shadow brings up, I actually think the underwater swimming sequences were and are fine. Surprisingly, even now, it doesn't bother me. I haven't tried them in a while. I just know it was kind of jarring that all of a sudden you're in the water and you have like a first person control. Yeah,
it kind of makes you a little sick.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because of the way he moves.
Yeah, it's just like, whoa.
I don't know, it's just unexpected. I mean, this is a third person action game. The idea of jumping in water and going to, oh, go get that
I like that they tried something that weird.
Yeah.
I don't think you'd see that today.
The plane sequence at the end wasn't weird enough?
That was cool, but then I think they stole that in Resident Evil 4 with the whole, what is it? The jet ski.
It's borrowed.
Sorry. I guess it's not stealing if it's the same company. And maybe some of the same people.
Someone says our audio is off.
Uh-oh. How so?
No,
off.
Your audio is okay, says Jeremy Lamont.
We don't know who do we trust?
Okay, can you let us know if the audio's alright? If you could hear me.
Hello?
It's coming through on the monitors just now, so.
Okay, the shotgun is the best in the universe. I love the shotgun so much.
So Jeremy Lamont asks, pretend I don't know anything about the lore of Devil May Cry. Please give me the official Retronauts Cliff Notes version.
About what? This game?
Devil May Cry, yeah.
I
think he means the lore of Devil May Cry.
Oh, don't even care. Dante, son of Sparta.
Yeah.
And
okay, so it's basically the plot of Blade.
Oh,
right?
yeah, I guess. Without vampires.
Without vampires.
Maybe there are vampires in this game. I don't know.
Possibly. Do you remember where to go?
No, I forget. Can you help me out?
Sure. So
do you go through here?
No, not yet. No. Yeah, go back out the way you came.
Oh, out the door?
Yeah, out the door.
Oh, I know. Oh, yeah, I have the key now. I gotcha.
Yeah,
I understand. Sorry about that.
Cool. Yeah, this happens sometimes. I mean, and this is kind of what we were talking about earlier, right?
Yeah.
The framework of a... Wait, was it that door over there?
It's this one over here.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Just making sure. where this is kind of the framework of a Resident Evil, and you have to kind of get keys and just pointlessly take them somewhere. I did say pointlessly because I don't know. I kind of look back on it and wish they would have gotten rid of it entirely, but whatever. It still plays really great. And as you pointed out, the HD collection looks pretty good for the most part, even though that water does look kind of rough.
Yeah.
You're looking at a game that came out in 2001.
That's the best water effects in the universe in 2001, though.
Yeah, this was 2001 totally. You're actually in a zone where you're gonna fight, or you fight later, one of my favorite monsters in the game.
So I just turned into Demon Man.
So we didn't give him the Cliff Notes version.
Oh yeah, sorry about that.
That's okay. It's kind of wacky and weird, but it's the son of a half-blood. A son who's basically a half-blood. His father's a demon, his mother's a human.
And
he has powers.
In this game, he's being lured to the island by Trish, who's a servant of whatever, some evil thing. Mundus. Yeah, I knew its name was ridiculous.
Yeah,
I didn't want to say
ridiculous. And you actually foreshadowing. You walked right by him at the start.
Ah.
Foyer. He's the big statue. With
Oh, you're right.
The eye at the top of his head. Yeah, I remember this. How do you feel the Zebra Print scarf Dante wears in his DMC alternate, Devil May Cry 2 alternate costume?
Oh, I've never seen that.
And I would not play it long enough to find out.
I still want to finish that game. I don't know.
Okay, so fine. My Devil May Cry 2 story is.
Yeah, please tell it.
The night it came out, super hyped, super anticipated, just like everyone else, like excited. Finished it that same night and just said, "What the hell happened?"
Yeah.
It was awful. It was just nothing felt right. The combos felt weird. Combos didn't even like kind of come together as well as they did in the first game. The perspective is different. Everything just feels like everything feels like on a smaller scale, or the camera zoomed out more. I can't tell. Actually, the other way.
Am I missing an enemy?
Yeah, he's up top.
I see him up there. He's dancing.
That happens sometimes too. It was always kind of weird. So Jeremy Lamont says Matrix as a series still cool. Reloaded better than the original.
Ooh, that's a controversial opinion.
The movie with the Kentucky Fried Chicken man at the end? Really?
I have not seen the Matrix sequels.
Oh, you were wise.
I steered clear of those.
Yeah, Fart Sandwich noticed that the hilt of the sword passed through his chest in the cutscene. Yeah, that was something also kind of weird where they didn't really pay attention to like a little visual inconsistency like that.
Yeah, it was weird how that thing jumped through his body.
Yeah.
It's
he gets impaled once a game. He gets impaled like in the first 15 minutes of 4.
That's how badass he is.
Yeah, once a game.
How
chick stick scars.
They do.
Yeah. Okay. People say the audio's fine. You know Fart Sandwich, right?
Yeah.
Peeps? Okay. Good.
I know him.
To be sure.
I wanted to keep that a secret until now, but
sorry.
Fart Sandwich is a friend of mine.
Oh. Okay. Sorry. Outed.
Not a good friend. No. He's all right.
Okay. So this all makes sense. Okay. So remember, tweet in your questions to @Retronauts. Let Bob know how he's doing.
Yeah. I know I'm forgetting something obvious here.
Yeah, me too, actually. I feel like there's some point about this game that we're like missing.
Mark my words, people. I just finished this game a few months ago, and I really loved it.
Yeah, you kind of burned through this in a weekend, I remember.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, you took it home, and you were like, oh my god, I didn't stop playing until like Monday.
It's not very long, and I actually like the mission structure. It gives you a good place to like, you know, like leave off, and also if you're not doing well, it's not hard to restart because you want to conserve your lives in this game. They cost more depending on how much of them you buy.
Can you run out of continues in this game? Remind me.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, like I think you can save your game with like 1 life left, and you're left with that 1 life for the rest of the game, unless you buy more.
People telling me I sound really quiet, and I need to eat the mic again.
Eat the mic.
That's disgusting.
How about me? I think I'm okay.
I think you're okay. Yeah, me. I have to like do this.
Oh yeah. Oh my god.
This is terrible. You don't want to picture this. All
yeah.
right,
maybe you could turn up your mic on the board. That might be better than putting it in your mouth.
Yeah. Which one is me? That one's me. Hello,
yep.
hello. Okay.
That should be better.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm really tired. I didn't sleep much yesterday. So.
Oh.
Let's see. Would you ever dress up as Dante for Halloween? Because I would not, says RSS Schuster.
I don't know if I have the...
I've seen live cosplay of Dante.
Live cosplay?
Well, you know what I mean.
Oh.
No, it was at a WonderCon in San Francisco. Somebody had the full getup. Sword was... Yeah, I don't want to go any further with this, but I wouldn't do it.
Was it shirtless, weird leather bra strap Dante?
No, it was Devil May Cry 4 Dante, who pretty much had all of his clothes on. Thank God.
Check it out. We're going to get totally punked.
Oh.
By the Image Comics decal on the door.
Wow, I almost matched her laugh. You just have to change the pitch.
Also, these guys look imposing, but the shotgun just destroys them. I love how quickly they go down with the shotgun.
Okay, let's talk about the combos, says Jeremy Lamont. Complicated? Question mark, by the way. How does it compare to Bayonetta, God of War, or Street Fighter?
Oh, I mean, this game kind of started this style, I think. So Bayonetta is obviously much better at what it does.
Yeah, it's a lot easier to kind of chain things together, and you have more moves from the outset.
Yeah.
Or within the first 2 levels, you pick up a lot of moves, whereas this one, it takes a little longer to grind, I would say.
Yeah, and I think it's different than Street Fighter in that you don't really have to memorize combos. They just sort of happen naturally.
And some of them are based on timing, as far as like spacing between the button presses and whatnot.
Right.
And someone from this team ended up working on El Shaddai.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Is that who was the main dude? Oh, look, little spiders. You gotta squish them.
Squish them. There's a mission where you have to squish like 100, right?
Yeah. The trick is to buy holy water and use it, and then you kill them all in one go. Yeah. Some of the special missions actually remind me of the special missions in Bayonetta, in that they're too damn hard.
Yeah. I never even found this. Wait, I think I found like one special mission in Bayonetta.
I've found a few, but they're not. They're really hard.
As how does it compare to God of War? I think God of War did kind of add a little to the combo system. I feel like but then again, their system's a little different because they do use sort of a light melee button and a heavy melee button. Whereas this one only had one. But this one, then again, the divide was range combat and close-up combat.
Right.
Yeah, for the way it did button layout and whatnot.
Wait, where do I put that?
What's the last thing you picked up?
I picked up a.
It looked like a scepter.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta take it to the.
Oh, that's right.
Where the sword stabbed you in the.
I'm sorry, folks. It's easy to get caught up in conversation and completely forget what the hell I'm doing.
For sure. No, it's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, just be entertaining.
What is our? How's Twitter looking? Answer some more questions.
Good. So, who is more stylish, new Dante or old Dante? So, I'm assuming this comes from Psych, by the way, or P5 Ike.
That is, I think, might be Psych.
Yeah. I can't. So, who's more stylish, new Dante or old Dante? I guess old. I don't know if I'd consider either one of them stylish, to be honest. I mean, from a combat perspective, I feel maybe that's what he means. If he means visually, I don't think either.
I like that Dante in this game doesn't seem to be that self-aware, or the creators don't seem to be aware of how goofy and just kind of stupid he is.
Yeah, I think if you saw this guy on the street, he'd look ridiculous.
Yeah.
What do you call stylish?
Oh wait, this is not it.
Yeah, this is not it. Where are you? All right, go back into the hall.
Folks.
Yeah. Okay. Oh no, don't go back into. Oh, well, yeah. This is just take.
Actually, take the shortcut.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a little easier.
See, this is what happens when you mix Resident Evil with an action game. You're like juggling items and trying to figure out where they go.
Yeah, and you can't get lost.
Fortunately, they limited the kind of item and key hunts to within the mission. So if you find something in a mission, you use it in that mission.
Oh yeah, it's not like you have to go all the way back to like the boathouse or something.
Yeah.
Like a Resident Evil thing. Although you don't do that in that game.
And here's what I missed.
Once you leave the boathouse, you never go back to the boathouse. And there it is. Okay. Yeah, so I guess we answered that question. So as far as stylish, I don't know. Give me more behind that question, because I'm not entirely sure what you mean. If you mean combat-wise, I don't know. I feel like New Dante isn't too bad. I think once more people get their hands on that game, they see how Ninja Theory has kind of divided light, heavy, and medium attacks the way they did in Heavenly Sword, but a little more elegantly. They may like it.
That's cool. I'm interested. I have not played that yet, even in previews. So
no, it's cool. C. Pervin says Bob cosplaying Dante far preferable to someone obese cosplaying as Dante.
Wow, thank you.
Yeah, just
I'll take that as a compliment, I guess.
Color that mane gray, dog.
It might happen over time.
Okay.
The stresses of this industry are going to get to me.
So RSS Schuster asked, do you like playing as Dante in Marvel vs. Capcom 3? I guess that's a question for me because you have not touched
I really don't. Yeah, I don't play a lot of fighting games. I'm sorry.
I like to use them, but I'm not super versed in the ways of Marvel vs. Capcom 3. I'd like to be one day, but unfortunately there's other games I want to play. So I don't really dedicate too much time to one thing unless I get like blown away by it. But no, he's a fun character to have in that game. And I like that they based the look on Devil May Cry 3 Dante, but I was a little disappointed that the reboot had already been announced, and there wasn't a skin in the game for the character, for the reboot character. And I just feel like, yeah, people were angry at the time, whatever, but why not just kind of spread this branding out, put it as an alternate costume, and just kind of give people an opportunity to get used to it, rather than just kind of show it to them and then step away and let people bitch for months about it.
Yeah.
That's how I think it should have been handled, but, you know, I don't run a big company, so who the hell knows? You know what I mean? But, yeah, that was one thing that annoyed me a little bit about that. So, Devil May Cry or Ninja Gaiden? Go.
Oh, Devil May Cry. Devil May Cry. I feel like Devil May Cry doesn't actively hate me in everything I do.
Oh, come on. I mean, that's a hard one to call, just because Ninja Gaiden doesn't hate you.
It hates you.
It called you at your house and said it hates you.
Well, I mean, the game itself is like you can't even beat me.
Okay.
If you lose, you get called a dog.
One is a lot harder.
Yeah.
Agree. And no, you can get graded as a dog. Ninja
Oh,
dog,
okay, yeah.
That's embarrassing. And then 2 actually had ninja dogs. It was dogs with like katanas in their mouths that come at you and do things. So that's
These
a
enemies
really,
are.
That's a really good question.
These enemies are
that debate
ridiculous.
has raged on forever. I think I'm going to join Bob on the Devil May Cry camp, though, because I feel like Ninja Gaiden, as hardcore as it is, and I feel like there's maybe at least more combos out of the gate, and more of that stuff's dependent on the weapon that you use. I still prefer Devil May Cry's approach.
Approach to weapons?
Yeah, approach
okay.
to combat, approach to weapons, approach to like the way it's kind of structured. But I don't think Ninja Gaiden hates you.
I think it hates you.
It hates you like halfway through.
Okay.
You get to, like the dinosaur that wants to like crush you, and that's when it also gets a little too weird. At least this from the minute you look at it, it's like, oh, this is weird, bizarre, occult shit, and it's like you play Ninja Gaiden. It starts out as something and then becomes something else. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong.
I would have to play more Ninja Gaiden. Okay, this part of the game that I think was the breaking point for many people. At the time, on the internet, people were like, "This spider is kicking my ass," and I think this is like...
Oh, this spider does not play.
They let you play around in the world. They make things a little easier than they normally are, and then they're like, "Okay, this is what you have to do. You have to beat this guy knowing what you know now with the moves."
So this is going to be cool because this spider is hardcore. So let's see if let's place a bet.
Yeah.
Bob, would you like to place a bet on if you can beat this spider?
I'll probably beat him. Not in the first try.
No, first try. I want, what, $5? $2?
I'm not going to bet money.
You don't want to bet money? What do you want to bet?
I don't know. I'm kind of cheesing him now.
Yeah, you are.
Because I
but
can.
You should have bet that $5 the way you're going.
I could have had $5. Oh, jeez.
Nah, I don't know. You're doing pretty good, though. And there's a couple of ways. You have to, like, watch for his tells. Yeah, when he digs his face into the ground, you just got to run for it. Wait, use your double power. Double power. Double power. There you go. You get health back with that for anyone watching at home who has not played Devil May Cry. Okay, how about New Dante in PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale?
Hey, whoa, whoa. Oh,
hey,
I beat him.
First try.
Jesus, I should have bet money on that.
Yeah,
I would have beat him in a more interesting way, but I hate, I kind of hate that guy.
All right, Bob, this is a great question for you. Are you ready?
Sure.
For you specifically, Ragnarok asks, how about New Dante and PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale?
Oh, no comment.
Come on.
Oh, I actively dislike PlayStation All-Stars. It just feels like I'll never play it. I don't see the need to play it.
You're not a huge Smash Brothers fan either.
I like Smash Brothers. I mean, I kind of got all I wanted to get out of that game with the GameCube one, so I wasn't a huge fan of Brawl. But
okay.
Yeah, I mean, if you've never played Smash Brothers or you don't have a GameCube or Wii, I could see why that game would be interesting. But for me, just like, I'm only really attached to Parappa, and I don't want to see him in that game.
Yeah, he's in there.
Yeah.
Whether you like it or not. Okay, so that's there.
So I promised somebody on the blog I would destroy a giant spider today, and I've done that.
And you got the achievement,
yeah.
Arachnophobia. Nice job.
I ain't afraid of no spider.
Very good. So what do you think made a bigger impact on PS2? Another RSS Schuster question. He's on a roll today.
These are good questions, dude.
Yeah, for real. What do you think made a bigger impact on PS2? Devil May Cry or Metal Gear Solid 2? I would say Metal Gear Solid 2.
Definitely,
easily.
yeah. I mean,
that was like the benchmark for graphics and what graphics could do on a PS2.
Even if the reception wasn't as good as they wanted it to be, that demo kind of changed the universe.
Aside,
yeah.
Plot twist aside, throw that away. That demo did change the universe. People.
Did you buy Zone of the Enders for that demo?
I
did.
Zone of the Enders
oh, okay.
For that demo. Yeah. No.
And
and I can tell you that the demo version was a little different.
I think the HE collection should come with a demo of Metal Gear Solid 2.
Really?
Metal Gear. I mean, the Zone of the Enders collection should come with that demo again. That'd be great.
Yeah.
Just
and
like,
they
remember?
Just recently put those games for download, 2 and 3 separately. You can download the game separately through PSN and XBLA.
Oh wait, Metal Gear Solid.
If you didn't buy the HD collection, those versions are being put out there. Yeah.
So I just bought the air hike, which is a move I continue to abuse throughout the entire game because it's really overpowered and awesome.
Yeah.
It's that's the air hike.
Yeah. Now Devil May Cry probably had a bigger impact on action games. Definitely, but Metal Gear Solid on the industry and PS2 totally. Yeah,
I can't imagine what action games look like without Devil May Cry. Okay, this is a special mission. I'm not going to finish it because it's too hard to do You have to crush 100 of these baby spiders.
Wait, if you just use one holy water, it's over?
Yeah, I don't think I should have bought one. I don't have any. Yeah, I don't.
There were a bunch of these. It's funny too, because later entries of Devil May Cry, they would do these little secret things, but it would be like a separate challenge. Like there was a tower of something in Devil May Cry 2 that you would play through and like rise through levels. And
oh yeah,
harder.
It was more of like a arena mode.
That's
I think
right.
I
Yeah,
think the challenges in this game are a little more creative than they eventually became. Sorry guys, I wasn't gonna crush the spiders.
Neil Sama asks, will you do the Cheetah Men 2 remake on lunch break when it comes out?
Sure. Is it gonna be playable?
What the hell is Cheetah Men?
Cheetah Men 2 was an unlicensed NES game by I believe the makers of Action. Do you know what Action 52 is? Action 52 is a notoriously terrible unlicensed NES game that promised to have 52 games on one cartridge. Of course, it was made by like 3 people, so you can guess the quality of all those 52 games. You know?
Am I burning my bridges by not knowing this?
No.
Oh, okay.
It's
pretty obscure stuff.
It's slightly obscure, and you're not missing anything by having not played it. But
yeah.
Cheetah Men 2, same company, I believe. Please correct me if I'm wrong.
You are talking to a person who, up until the other night, had no idea what Princess Tomato and the Salad.
Oh my God!
Kingdom was.
You made so many Retronauts listeners enemies right now.
Yeah, sorry guys. Send all hate mail to @JoseOtero on Twitter. Nice job, by the way, on the spider.
Oh, thanks.
Just to go back.
I'm currently just wandering around aimlessly, but I appreciate the compliment.
Okay, Jeremy Lamont asked, Devil May Cry, the anime miniseries, yes or no?
Oh, I have not even seen that.
I tried. I wanted to see it and then reminded myself adaptations don't go very well, especially for video games. So
you know what I just thought of, though?
What?
A blatant Devil May Cry ripoff that's completely inferior, Gungrave.
Whoa,
remember Gungrave?
Yeah, I do remember Gungrave. You just tap the square button and he like, does the hokey pokey. Oh wait, you don't have to kill the spider.
You can though, and it's fun.
Yeah, that's true. No, I usually run for the hills, man. And you get a lot of orbs for it. Holy shit! Nice.
Check out those cool effects, bro.
Yeah, it's funny because that almost looked like cell shaded, like part of the way his carcass kind of dissolved there.
Where are my orbs?
You got it.
I picked them up. Okay, cool.
Them up already. Bob, not good on details.
What's my mission?
Yeah, right. Let's see. Next question. You can get to Nello, says Zero the Shadow. Go, beat him.
What's that?
He wants you to go for Nello Angelo. You know, Dante. Spoiler, Dante's brother.
Oh, is that is that in this? Can I play that far?
No, he's saying you can probably make it. Keep going.
Am I going the right way? I don't really.
Oh, I stopped paying attention.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like I am.
Yeah.
I can bring up a map, and I think it should show me my objective.
It's funny that this game had a map, just because I can't make heads or tail of it right now.
Oh, that's where I have to go.
Oh, really? The map showed you where to go?
Yeah.
I guess I shouldn't have said that, but you know what I mean. It's just like I never wanted to use a map in Devil May Cry.
Yeah, I need to go back.
I beat this game on hard, people, so whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't judge me.
We are mostly here to talk.
Yeah, basically.
The game is incidental. No, I'm just kidding. I mean, we're here to play the game, but this is not a speed run. I'm not the wizard over here.
Syke says that the Devil May Cry anime added the one thing the game was missing: a child sidekick.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah. Now the series is complete. Now you can go home and sleep at night.
Now you can cry.
C. Pervin says Gungrave Overdose is weirdly engaging. I think that's the name of the sequel. I think you are right.
I actually snagged that from our PS2 library before we gave it away. I haven't played it, but I remember the first Gungrave. Talk about how this game wears out your thumb by jamming on a button. That's all that game is.
That's all you do in Gungrave, yes. There is a melee attack, but it is kind of useless. And the character in Gungrave, if I remember this properly, and correct me if I'm wrong, he walks around really slowly, so it's not like you can quickly dash in, like hit someone with the coffin and then get away.
Yeah.
No, super derivative of Devil May Cry to its detriment.
Really weird. There was the creator of Trigun. I don't know if you know what that is.
I do know
some
what
people.
That is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it was on Adult Swim. It's not super obscure. That's right.
That's right.
It's like they never made a Trigun game, but they made things like it. So.
Yeah. C. Pervin also says it's a pretty meh anime series. Let's see. Show Nuff asked, did you guys ever play Otogi, the Otogi game on the
haven't.
Xbox? I always consider it the Xbox's Devil May Cry. Thank you for bringing that up. I have not, but I think I have a copy at home, believe it or not. There's no excuse. No excuse.
Is there an HD? There's 2 of those games, right?
Yeah, there were 2.
Was that
Otogi
From
games.
Software that made that?
I believe so.
Holy crap.
Yeah. Yeah. So sorry, Shonuf, we don't have an informed opinion on that one, but yeah, I've heard that much that it was actually a really good game, action-wise anyway. Oh God, C. Pervin had to do this.
What'd he say?
Oh, this question.
I'm waiting for people to insult me.
No, it's not. No insults.
That's good.
This is a really good question, but it's gonna divide.
Controversy.
People, I think God Hand versus Devil May Cry.
Oh, I've actually never played God Hand. I need to rectify that soon. But
okay.
yeah, that's all I can say.
Yeah.
No, I know a lot about it, but man, it's like $9.99, right?
Yeah, it's got the best ending credits you will ever see in a video game. Better than the Portal ending credits.
Oh, I know the ending song. Yeah.
Yeah, it's amazing. If you have never seen it, Google it. I don't know. It's just that people who love God Hand really don't love anything else.
That's true.
Experience. Yeah, it's like there is nothing better. Than
I feel like if you master that game, you could die, or just give up video games altogether.
Yeah, you can move on and find like a new hobby, because that game did not play. I don't know if I really want to evaluate the two, just because I feel like one is a more.
Aren't they pretty different?
They are pretty different. I feel like God of Hand is much more a brawler. It's much more like the Final Fight style.
Yeah.
But brought into 3D, whereas Devil May Cry, I guess, has some has obviously some origins from there, but I think they took it in a different direction. I don't know. Stop me if you don't agree.
I agree.
Yeah.
I don't know a lot about God Hand though. It's the problem.
No,
and I probably
that game's
should.
Hardcore, dude. Yeah.
I would love to play it. I love
It's
Mikami.
on PS2. You can get it for $10.
That's true.
Yeah. I think 10 or 20, something like that.
Better be 10.
Anyway, great question. Sorry, I wouldn't compare the two directly. Yeah. So, would you ever want RSS Schuster? No. Why'd you ask this question? Would you ever want a live-action Devil May Cry movie? Who would you want to play Dante?
Oh,
First
Jesus.
of all, I don't want a live-action movie.
Yeah, that's the last thing I want. But
yeah, I'm sure there's plenty of that of movies that ripped off Devil May Cry, but including Blade. No.
Wait, Blade was pre-Devil May Cry.
Yeah, it was. All right.
Oh wait, here. This is I'm at the right plate.
Oh,
yeah.
You were lost still?
Yeah. I was lost.
Oh, break it.
Yeah, I'm going to switch to handguns though, because the key to beating this guy is handguns.
This is actually one of my favorite characters to fight against in the game. It's
they are tough.
On hard, when two of them show up,
oh God,
stop playing.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do not play at all on the higher difficulties. But no, they're one of my favorites because there's a specific method that you need to use to beat them.
So what I do is that's a stupid cheap hit that you can get you with.
Yeah, and if you're too busy gawking at it, you're gonna get killed. Oh, you usually go devil and
yeah.
Interesting. Dodge. All right. Yeah, and if he gets you in that thing, he'll.
Oh, he will. Yeah.
Yeah. It's funny too because this is a really good example of a 3D action game that you have to pay attention to the monster's tells a lot, and I feel that's something that later Capcom games.
Oh shit!
A lot too.
He's gonna blow up.
Yeah, he's gonna blow up.
It's cool. He won't kill me.
Anyway, back to what I was talking about. You have to pay attention to the enemy's tells.
Yeah.
The tells that they do, and that's funny because that's something that carried over to Monster Hunter, believe it or not.
Okay, I didn't play that. That's also Capcom, correct?
Yeah, that's also Capcom, but there's no health bar for a monster on screen that you're fighting, and so you always have to pay attention to what's happening to them. Anyway, that's your Monster Hunter tip for the day.
They're daily now?
For the year.
Okay. Alrighty. This is a fun little trip.
I sure feel like I did a lot of confused, aimless wandering in Devil May Cry 1. How about you, Jeremy Lamont?
You're watching it.
Yeah, you're watching it live.
Yeah.
Bob Mackey, stumbling.
I like how the game there's some exploring. You can backtrack if you want. You can kind of grind if you want. You're not really being timed or anything, as far as I know.
So we didn't. I just thought about this. We didn't answer RSS Schuster's question about the live-action movie. I said no. Who do you want to play it though? You're pretty good on movie actors. The guy who played Thor to play Dante.
God, I don't even know where to start. Christian Bale. There.
Really?
I guess.
No. Come on, you can do better than that.
I don't know. Let's take a look. Take a look at Dante. Who does he remind you of?
Get closer to the mirror. You'll get a better look. Or take the statue from the mirror first. The cutscene that launches.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, you have to put the sword in the opening. Did you pick up the sword with the razor blade?
I don't think so. I think I might have jumped the gun here.
Okay, look at the mirror then. Oh no, that's not it. Okay, forget it. Yeah, once you put the sword in there, the stone drops. You pick it up, and then the other boss.
What do you, the folks at home, think about?
Yeah, who
should play?
Yeah, let's turn the question around.
Dante.
Who should play Dante? Robert Mitchum, says C. Pervin.
Robert Mitchum he's been dead for 20 years. That'd be an interesting performance.
In Onimusha 2, the star of that game was dead.
Oh yeah, that's true.
It can happen.
CGI Robert Mitchum from like 1943. Then let's do it.
A young Cary Grant, says C. Pervin.
You people are watching Turner Classic Movies or something.
Yeah, what's going on? Is that the only channel they give? Like where you people live? What's up? What's up? It's
sealed with a kiss.
Still lost. Go to
Oh wait, yeah, that's what I'm doing.
And then go to the top. I just noticed the camera's like coming in more.
Yeah, I like that. Like weird Dutch angles.
Yeah, interesting.
So
I've never
now
noticed that before.
I found the elevator.
There you go. Right.
We got about, I don't know, 10 minutes left.
8.
8 minutes left. Yes, please tweet in. Ooh, there's a sword I need. Not a weapon, not a weapon.
Yeah, I feel like I did, just going back to Jeremy Lamont's question, I feel like I did a lot of wandering about too in the game. I just felt like the combat still kept everything interesting enough.
Yeah, we should also mention in this game, no camera controls. I can't move the camera.
Yeah, at all. Yeah, it was all preset camera angles like Resident Evil.
Yeah, you can even like swivel the camera.
Yeah.
It's all, here we go.
Camera moving technology didn't hit the series until 3.
Really?
I believe.
Okay, yeah, 2 doesn't have it for sure.
Yeah. Unless
that thing just spit out its jawbreaker.
I'm pretty sure you can turn the camera around in that game.
So something's gonna happen here.
Yeah. This is okay. So who should play him?
Look at his face.
Take a look. Well, that's okay. They're gonna keep the close-up.
God, I can't think of a single.
Christian Slater, is that who you said?
Christian Slater. He's a little too old too.
Can't
Evil Dante.
Yeah. Well, and this is more foreshadowing. It's his brother, right?
I
People know
believe
that.
so.
Yeah. But
is that revealed? Is that revealed in this game?
Yeah, they reveal
okay.
They slightly reveal it in this game.
I just played through it. I don't remember that at all.
No, I think you have to read it somewhere.
Okay.
In the game, but it does say it does point it out.
And like basically every Devil May Cry game is a prequel to this, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, no, I think 2 takes place afterwards.
Okay. Not 3 and 4 though.
I thought this was kind of cool though, because it was a villain who can kind of fight the way you do.
Yeah, he's actually pretty tough.
Yeah.
And
kind of reminds me of Castlevania Symphony of the Night when you run into the other Alucard and you're like, oh shit.
I like how he's like, we're going out.
Yeah. Vamonos. Then he flies away.
Later.
Okay, let's see. Again, if you're just joining us, tweet at Retronauts. So Judgment. This is Jose Sevilla. Thank you. Judgment 7. Now I've seen his tweets before. Guy Pearce is his recommendation.
Oh, okay.
Is that good one?
I'm gonna say why not.
Okay, you heard it here, folks.
Sorry, that's kind of non-committal of me, but whatever.
Devil May Cry did have some of the worst independent camera control I have ever seen from C. Pervin. Agreed?
Independent?
Yeah, I was like, really? Wait, independent? I don't think
you can't control the camera at all.
Yeah. Do you just mean like the setup and the shots? Oh, this is where the demo ends for Devil May Cry, by the way. If you play Code Veronica X.
Another cheap hit you could get if you're not paying attention?
Yeah, Code Veronica X came with a demo for Devil May Cry, a game that you apparently dislike.
Which game?
Bob. Code Veronica. Yeah, on PS2 came with a Devil May Cry demo. That just reminded me of that, because that's where the demo ends. That part right there. But it's not as long as this, I don't think. Like, I don't think you got a solid hour out of that demo.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't pick up Code Veronica X, so that's news to me.
I was all about picking up a game for a demo, especially a Resident Evil game at that. Unless you were like Resident Evil Gun Survivor.
Oh.
Yeah, or Outbreak.
This guy's actually not super hard.
No,
as soon as I say that, though, I'm probably going to get killed.
That's true, too. So far, you're... ooh, nice. Good timing.
Yeah, people, remember this when you're complaining about me.
So C. Pervin clarified he meant Devil May Cry 3.
Ah, okay.
And he's right. It was a little weird.
Ooh, you jerk.
I feel like camera control, 3D camera control is still kind of an issue for a lot of action games. Not so much Bayonetta, but I don't know. Like, where do you feel? How do you feel about that? The 3D camera control in Bayonetta?
Bayonetta, it's not very good.
Yeah.
That's the one thing I could say I don't like about the game is the camera's kind of rotten. Not so much that it hurts me, but I feel like I could do maybe a little bit of a better job with that game. Oh, you jerk. That's cheap as hell.
Yeah. No, it's still very rough. Yeah, if you have the Stinger move. You didn't buy Stinger yet?
I do, but hold on.
You don't use
I can't
Stinger?
talk right now, Jose.
Oh, sorry. Okay. So we lost Bob. So it's just...
There we go.
Oh, good job. Okay.
Sweet. That's a good way to go out. Sorry, go ahead, Jose.
Yeah, no, that's okay. Wow, I don't even remember my question. Oh, here we go. I'm going to beat you up anyway.
Some nice motion capture there.
Yep.
He picks him up by the hair, sort of.
Sort of.
His
yeah,
immovable
this
hair.
Is back when the hair was really stiff.
Yeah.
On PS2.
Dante bought quite a bit of Aquanet before his adventure.
Yeah. Serious.
I mean, you almost have to.
That's some instant hold, dog.
So do we have any other tweets coming in before we wrap it up?
How do you guys feel about the length of the game? It's surprisingly short once you learned how to beat all the bosses.
I like it. I think it's
I
a
like
fun
the
game to go back and master at harder difficulties.
Yeah,
and there's a
same.
lot of secrets in this game, more so than the other Devil May
Yeah,
Cries.
from secret missions to like little things you can find.
Yeah,
for sure.
and I believe you go into the game when you restart it with your powers. Maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah, you can.
Okay, yeah.
Well, you mean when you finish the game, you can go
And you
back
restart
in.
it?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
okay,
you
so
have
it's
everything.
New
You
Game
can
Plus or
kind of-
whatever.
Yeah, and you can go back and buy stuff. I'm pretty sure you're not wrong about that.
My thumb hurts.
Yeah, I'm sure it does. We're gonna need to like get you a fan or cool
Yeah,
that thing off.
I'm gonna need
I'll
like
get you some ice.
I need a brace, I think.
Yeah,
Let's
okay.
take a few more questions before we wrap up here.
Yeah,
Thanks
guys,
for
we're closing
joining
up.
us. I'm sorry, we should have kept restating like at Retronauts on Twitter, but I think we have.
Yeah.
So what's going on this week, Jose, or what happened this week, or what do you want to talk about that?
This was, well, on 1UP.com, this was the Essential 100. And the reason we're actually playing Devil May Cry, actually, I don't know if we started the show with this, is because Devil May Cry is featured on the Essential 100. The article hasn't gone up yet, but it'll be the last one that goes up
Oh, yeah.
for this set of articles. I believe it's number 51. Yeah. And anyway, so the Essential 100, if you haven't been keeping up, I like watching this.
It's
That's why
okay.
I'm having
It's fun.
trouble keeping up talking.
Essential 100.
Yeah, the Essential 100, the essential games you should play of all time, 100 games of all time. Voted on by the community and 1UP editors, so, you know, we did our homework. Check it out. It's up on the site at 1UP.com. Can't miss it. Outside of that, what else? Well, this is that time to talk to Bob.
I'll be at PAX. Who's going to PAX? If you're going to PAX, come to the Retronauts panel. I believe it's in the Serpent Theater at 10:30 a.m. on Sunday. Sorry it's so early, but
Are there real serpents?
there better be.
Okay.
I mean,
are we going to give out real serpents?
I want to, but
Yeah,
we'll
why not
talk.
branded?
We'll have to talk to the those guys in the Utilikilts about that.
Yeah, and legal. Okay, so Neil Sama says, will Retronauts do a Nintendo Power episode?
Oh,
Someone
yeah.
had to ask while we were on the live stream.
Everyone's been asking me that, and I'm trying to maybe after PAX, maybe get some of the people who worked on the magazine to be on the podcast, depending on if they're allowed to say anything or not. I'm not sure.
Yeah, and to be fair, the magazine has not closed
Yeah,
yet.
they're still
going until December, so, you know, I would say to folks, you know, just kind of wait.
Yeah. If I can get it to happen this year, it will happen this year, though.
See, there you go. That's the answer you want.
Yep.
All right, so I think that's all of our questions.
Did I just beat a secret mission?
You mean, did you just enter a secret mission?
I don't even know what's happening anymore.
Oh, I think there's a time limit for. Oh man, you don't practice the night before?
No, I didn't. I didn't have time.
All
Besides,
right,
we're
yeah.
about ready to wrap up. So I guess I'm going to pause the game or just jump around like an idiot and say thanks for watching. We're not going to be back.
Jump for joy.
Yay, we're not going to be back next week because we'll be at PAX. But if you see us at PAX, say hi.
Yeah.
And come to the Retronauts panel at 10:30 a.m. Sunday morning in the Serpent Theater. And we're giving away prizes.
The Retronauts secret handshake?
That is, we can't talk about that on the air yet.
Oh, okay, sorry.
We're still in the planning phases of that. But yeah, thanks for watching, and we will see you in 2 weeks and maybe next week at PAX. Later,
All right,
guys.
Later.